So we've already did about a mile and a half this morning. And we're kind of on our way back. Leo, the 12-year-old bulldog, and Lola, I think she's about 13-week German Shepherd. I just like to get them out and exploring, you know, different surfaces, mud and rocks, sand and gravel. You know, different animals are out here running around.
Time 40 minutes. Distance 1.56 miles. Average pace 25 minutes 39 seconds per mile.
So it just gives us an opportunity to work on different things, recall and things like that. Yeah, she gets a little spunky sometimes. He'll let her go for a little while and then he'll put her in her place. Yep, she comes. Good girl. Good girl. That a good girl. She likes to come back and check in on me. As does Leo. Leo's a pretty good mentor dog for her. He's calm and relaxed. He's a little chunky now. He used to do a lot more of this kind of stuff when he was a puppy. And into, you know, his middle years of life. And he's still in pretty good health. Still a pretty good, healthy dog. So. I had another dog named Biscuit. He was a fawn and white, and he was a good dog too. He was a bulldog with a Malinois mentality. He wanted to run and bite and chase everything, and which he was a good boy. And it just didn't work out for my current situation, and so we placed him with a good home in Huntsville, Alabama. And this is Spraggins Howell Trailhead is where we're at in Alabama. She's gonna go down there and get herself in some trouble. But this is just good for dogs' development. Get out here, it's different surfaces, different areas, you know, let them explore, let them run off that energy, you know. But Lola, she's a huntress. She brought us a rat one day. She had caught and killed a rat. And then another day, she brought us a rabbit. She had caught and killed a rabbit. And so we, which, I mean, they've got prey drives. So, I mean, we just don't want her to run and chase after other people, other dogs, things like that. I'd rather her not eat rabbits and squirrels and things like that, but hey, sometimes you'll have that. Our neighbors just recently got chickens, and so we've been training her to take care of the chickens and not chase them. I've got some other videos of her playing with the cat. So she's not a vicious creature, and she's not just out to kill everything. Oh, Leo, you getting tired, aren't you, boy? He loves to go for walks, though. Loves to go for car rides. Loves to go for walks. Good girl. That's a good girl. She always, this is something good that she does. She came to us. I got her at 7 weeks old, and her focus was already on point. She would sit down on my left-hand side and stare at me in the eyes like she had been trained. And so we just kind of or building on that. That focus is very important. Structural for your training, good foundation. And so now she always looks back and checks in on me, sees how I'm doing, make sure I'm coming, stuff like that. I normally don't talk to the dogs a whole lot. It's kind of like when you're a kid and your mom does, or if.
Time 45 minutes. Distance 1.74 miles. Average pace 25 minutes 51 seconds per mile.
But anyway, so kind of like if you ever had a teacher or a mom or a dad or anybody like that who would always holler at you all the time or just be talking to you the whole time, you know, their voices kind of drown you out after a while. You quit listening to them. So I just don't talk to them a whole lot. Outside of, you know, when we're training and things like that. When we're in the house and around the house, you know, I still ask them to come see me and do things like that. But when I'm training, I don't like to talk to them a whole lot. I like to give them the command and give them an opportunity to execute the command. So yeah, but I got an old dog and a young puppy. That's probably one of the better ways to train a young puppy. Is give them an old dog so they can talk to them in their language. You know, I've been to other countries where you have to talk to the local populace, and you know, you can talk all you want, but they're still not going to understand what you're saying. So you got to find a way to communicate what you mean or your intentions or whatever the case may be. And so I got real good at that. And so now, you know, every dog's different, but you find the way to communicate with them and ask them to do what you want them to do. And once you figure that out, it's a pretty nice thing. I like going on these walks, and I like kind of working with dogs as kind of a therapy for me. It keeps me calmer. You know, I was a real young, real high-strung guy in my early 20s and to my early 30s. And, you know, now I'm trying to figure out ways to bring a little bit of balance to my life, help me be a better father, help me be a better person, just to you know, I guess maybe a better husband too. Maybe I should throw that in there. See, he's just letting her do it. It don't bother him too much that she's trying to play with him. But every once in a while, he's pretty passive, and he'll tell her. And if she doesn't stop when he tells her, I'll get onto her. So, but yeah, we've been working on her leash training. She does really well on the leash. Took me about 5 minutes to correct that. We went on about a 2-mile walk on lead, and she started pulling, and I gave her
Time 50 minutes. Distance 1.93 miles. Average pace 25 minutes 51 seconds per mile.
I gave her a little bit of a leash correction, and she looked at me. She didn't like it, and she backed off. But then she sped on by again. Gave her another leash correction, and she went right to the heel position. And so she does really well. But there's a river down here I was wanting to go to let them kind of play in the water and get something to drink. Leo's over there to the left, and she's really interested in what he's doing. Sometimes he'll do that. He'll run away and get away from her, I think. But he likes to explore, and he likes to do different things. So out here, it's not a big deal if he runs off and does that. Now, if there's other people and things like that coming up here, I'll collect him up and make sure he minds and all that. Good girl. Good girl. She comes back and just puts her nose in my hand and then takes off running again. She's a pretty sweet puppy. Leo probably gonna be waiting for us at the truck. Yep, there he is up there. I don't know if y'all can see him. There he is waiting on us.